'Tis the season to set boundaries. Fa la 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 la. And if you don't set boundaries, that might not work out well for the holiday season. Welcome to the Savvy Agent Podcast, where we help real estate agents build a thriving business so they have financial freedom in their life without having to work 24/7. I'm your host, Heather Wright. Now let's get to it. When it comes to setting boundaries, what do you want the most during this holiday season? Is it time with your family? Do you want to finish the real estate year strong and start 2020 strong? Although this podcast is being released on December 3rd, so you probably don't have a whole lot of opportunity for getting somebody under contract and closed by the end of the year. Maybe things move fast in your market, but that's pretty quick for us. So I suppose there's always possibility to finish the year strong, but then also we should really all be working on filling our pipeline for 2022. And maybe that's something that you really want to focus on this month. Maybe you have a lot of holiday parties. Maybe you're just burned out and you need some downtime to recharge. So while I am a proponent of boundaries at all times of the year, I do think that with the holiday season, we need to set some special boundaries. For example, if your priority is time with your family, what does that look like specifically? Does that mean you want to be home every weeknight for dinner? Is it pizza night every Friday? Is it Saturdays and Sundays doing activities with your kids? Like, what does time with my family actually mean to you? Once you figure out exactly what you want to do with your time, set some boundaries around it. Block it off on your calendar. Then when you're speaking with clients, you can let them know you have an appointment on Friday evening and you're not available then. But you also need to stick to your boundaries. No taking calls, no emails, no work during your family time. I know that's tricky when you're working on an offer or something is happening, but if you schedule your dinner for 2 hours, it's reasonable to not take calls during that 2-hour period. Let your family know that you're 100% with them, present and accounted for 2 hours. And then after that 2 hours, you need to take a break and make a call or two. When I'm with clients at a listing appointment or I'm out showing houses, I don't take calls from other clients. It's reasonable that you don't answer every call every time your phone rings. If you happen to have an unreasonable client, just set their expectations up front. I'm not available Saturday from 1 to 4, but if you leave me a message or email during that time, I promise you'll be my top priority right at 4 o'clock. Having the integrity to stick to your boundaries is really important. You should be the very first person that you keep your promises to, not the last person that you take care of. What if your business is your priority this time of year and you want to finish the year strong or start off the new year with a bang? How are you planning on using the time this month to do that? Because let's face it, with the holidays comes extra restraints on our time. So take a few minutes to come up with a plan on what you need to accomplish. I don't know, maybe your to-do list includes holiday cards. Maybe you want to do a Christmas pop by. Maybe you also want to plan out your first quarter neighborhood event. And of course, you still need to do your daily lead follow-up and your contract to close for your current escrows. What if you put all of that on your calendar? For example, every morning from 9 to 11 is reserved for lead follow-up and prospecting. And every afternoon from 1 to 2 is reserved for contract to close work. Then you fill in the blanks for the time that you'll need to complete your other projects. And maybe you're planning for your first quarter event. Maybe that can be done on Friday afternoon. But put it on your calendar so that way you don't double book that time and you make sure that you have allocated what you need to get everything done so that at the end of the month, at the end of the holiday season, you don't look back and think, oh my God, I wasted so much time and I'm nowhere near the position I wanted to be to start off the new year. And don't forget to schedule any office events or holiday parties. And remember to include some downtime. You need rest in order to stay charged. Something else to consider when you know you have limited bandwidth is responding to new requests. Are you taking on new clients? Maybe you're only taking on buyers over a certain price point. Maybe you're only working with listings. Do you have time to help with a project at the office? What are you going to say if somebody knocks on your door and asks you to volunteer for the office food drive or planning the company holiday party? What if a family member asks you to host a dinner or watch their kids or do something else that will require a few hours of your time? And you know that request is probably going to come pretty short notice. So it's not like you'll have a lot of extra time to plan that. So my recommendation is to decide in advance how much free time you're willing to part with. And that will help you stick to your boundaries when those random requests come in. And it's also okay to prioritize those requests. I'm a lot more likely to do something for my family member than I am for a brand new client that I don't really know very well. You shouldn't feel bad for telling someone no when they ask you for your time. If you don't have the time to give at 100%, then that's that. But how do you say no nicely? You could say, I'm sorry, but I don't have the bandwidth for that right now. You could always suggest an alternative. I wouldn't be able to dedicate any time to that project this month, but I could work on it in January. Also, remember, no is a complete sentence. No. Say it with me. No. Can you help me decorate for my holiday party? No. Or, oh, I'm sorry, but my calendar is full and it's important to remain in integrity with myself. So I can't take on any additional commitments right now. When you say that you're trying to remain in integrity with yourself, people are going to be taken aback by that. They're going to need to think about it for a second, and they're probably not going to fight you back on it. Finally, if you're feeling tired or burned out, you're a little bit on edge, you're just sick of everybody and everything, that's a sign it's time to schedule some real time off. It doesn't mean that you have to take a vacation. I am a homebody. I don't really love traveling. I know my traveling friends hear that and they cringe thinking, oh my God, how can you not love traveling? I don't. I like staying at home. But taking time off, even if you just stay at home, is important. A day off, maybe a couple of days off. This might be tricky if December is a busy season for your real estate business. I don't like to schedule time off during the spring market when it's really busy here. But in December and January, it's slower. So it's a lot easier to take time off. I also don't consider spending time with my family as a day off because that's exhausting. I'm not saying bad things about my family. I'm just saying, oh my God, I need more rest. We just spent all day on Thanksgiving with my family and it was great. But then the day after, I was extra tired. It was like a recovery day from all of the eating and visiting and, happiness and all of that takes so much energy. So the day after Thanksgiving on Friday, I was exhausted. It was a recovery day off. So it wasn't even really a quality day off because I was recuperating from the day before. Then the next day, Saturday, we spent with my husband's family and the same thing. Sunday was a recovery day. It's just not really good rest and relaxation time off. I kind of needed a vacation from my vacation, if you know what I mean. So what would you love to do if you could do anything on a day off? Is it going to a spa, getting a massage, sleeping in late, taking a nap in the afternoon, reading a book? Not a workbook, a fun book. Maybe you just want to Netflix and chill or Netflix and not chill. So why not schedule that now? Put it on your calendar that this is your day off. You're taking a 4-day weekend, or you're just taking 2 days in a row off with no commitments. You're not taking care of anybody but yourself. And then remember to stay in integrity. And if someone wants to schedule an appointment with you when you're off, tell them you're booked and ask if a different day will work. And if you have clients that are unwilling to be reasonable with you, they require instant attention from you and they want you to drop everything for them, consider that they're going to be the next reason that you're feeling burned out. And so this might be a sign that they're not the best person to take on as a new client because they don't really respect you and your boundaries. When you set boundaries and then you stick to them, you give yourself space to accomplish your goals and grow your business. You're taking care of yourself so that you can take care of your clients, take care of your business, take care of the people in your life that you love, and you'll have the fuel inside that you need to keep going. when you're reactive and you're running on empty and you're not protecting your time and taking care of yourself, it's a recipe for burnout. 'Tis the season to set boundaries. La 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 la. An excellent singer, aren't I? No, I'm not an excellent singer. I know that. I know that. So, regardless, I am an excellent planner. So take my advice and for the next few minutes, consider how you're going to manage your time over the next few weeks. And if you do that, I think that you will have a much more pleasant holiday season because you won't feel like you're burning the candle at both ends. You'll be taking care of yourself and all of the people that mean something to you in your life, and it'll just be great for everybody. And if you don't do that and you don't set boundaries, well, is it going to be the worst thing in the world? No, probably not. You'll just probably need a little bit of time off in January to recover from all of those holidays and all of the extra effort that you gave to everybody but yourself. But take it from me, somebody who used to put herself last, it does work out better for you when you put yourself first, because then you have taken care of yourself, which helps you take care of everybody else. That's all I've got. Hopefully you are ready to set those boundaries, and can't wait to talk to you next week.